What's up, everybody? Sean of the King here. Here to do my review for True Blood Season 5, Episode 1. There's a lot to cover. Let's get into it. I actually got to say, this episode was actually disappointing. Very disappointing. I'm a huge fan of True Blood. I kind of expected a lot more from these guys, and I don't think they delivered. And I'm going to explain to you why. The biggest issue that I've had with the show so far there were so many storylines going on from last season that literally this first episode spent little time developing new stories and spent majority of the time trying to wrap up the old stories from last season. It's like every single character has their own separate storyline going on all at the exact same time. And this episode just had a bunch of shit just happening that wasn't unnecessary. Like, for instance, the whole situation with Jason Stackhouse. Like, last season, when he was, sleeping with his best friend's girl, Jessica. Um, they had a little arrangement that it's just going to be sex and nothing else. And Jason, he goes back home and he's standing in the doorway, and the preacher from 2 seasons ago shows up at his front door, and we're like, "The fuck are you doing there? Like, what relevance do you have?" And they have this whole dialogue thing going on, and come to find out he's a gay vampire American, and he glamored Jason to invite him inside, and then proceeded to tell him that I'm only upset with you because I didn't get a chance to sleep with you. What? So he did all that shit just because he's in love with Jason, and of course Jessica comes in right at the nick of time and saves him, and then that was it. Jason uninvited him. He flew out the front door, and Jessica proceeds to have sex with Jason again, and then leaves and just tells that's it. So that was weird. Then we have the storyline with Tara. Now, I thought for sure last season that Tara was dead. I'm like, you took a shotgun shell to the face, it blew off half your head. This bitch is dead. She gotta be dead. But no, not in True Blood. Apparently in True Blood, you can take a shotgun to the face, and as long as a magical vampire shows up and gives you her blood, you're good. So yeah, they turned Tara. And the biggest issue I have with that is that Tara hates vampires. She like and Sookie knows this. So this is the issue that I have. Sookie knows that Tara hates vampires. Lafayette knows that Tara hates vampires. She was literally kidnapped, molested by a vampire, and you decide to save her life by turning her into something that she hates. Come on. Did they really think that whole after they raising her from the dead that was gonna turn out well? No. But they do it anyway because this is True Blood. This is True Blood. Yeah. So that happened. So they turn her, put her on the ground, and they're waiting patiently for her to come out and smile so they can go play backgammon in the house. And in the meantime, Sookie is cleaning the whole house again. So many damn people done died in her house. It's like she should start getting the 2-for-1 sale on dead people, or at least hire Stanley Steamer to come clean her house or something. So anyway, that story's going on. Then we have this whole Wolfpack story, and I'm not gonna spend too much time on this Wolfpack story because, quite frankly, it's stupid. I hate the wolves. Number one, I hate the wolves in this story. Like I feel like if you're a werewolf and you turn into that little damn werewolf dog, you're stupid. I hate that. There's a show on MTV called Teen Wolf that does the werewolf perfectly. Yes, and it's an MTV show, and they do the werewolf perfectly. On this show, you turn into a little wolf dog. That's what you turn into. But anyway, I'm not going to get into off on a tangent on their werewolves in the show because I could be here another 20 minutes, and I don't want to do that. So they got this whole thing going on. The pack leader from last season, he got killed. Now, the pack is looking for revenge or looking for his body, and then the mom shows up out of the blue. We don't know where the hell the mom came from, just randomly, and she starts to eat the body. I'm like, what purpose is that? Maybe she gets his power or something. I don't know. That shit was nasty. And then let's not forget about Bill and Eric. You know, last season they ended up killing the poor woman in charge. I can't even remember her name. The woman in charge. They ended up giving her the true death, and then the authority is after them now, so they're on the lam. And then all of a sudden, Eric's sister shows up, and they start making out passionately, and then eventually they end up having sex in the fucking uh, on the dock. They end up having sex in a crate on the dock, and they're like fucking like shit. And he's calling her his sister while they're having sex. It's sickening. You can't do that. Even though we know it's not biologically your sister, it's still sick. Now she's hot, but just seeing them fucking call each other's sister and brother and all that other shit, that shit was not working for me. I'm sorry, it wasn't. I mean, this show, and again, my wife, you know, she reads the books, and she told me that the books are about this crazy as well. And and the problem with this show is that they're starting to mix too many different storylines in. I mean, we got ghosts, we got fucking witches, we got magicians, we got vampires, werewolves, Mexican witches, and gargoyles, all types of shit in the show. I'm like, let's get back to what made True Blood good. Let's just get back to interesting stories with few characters, and let's just try to work with that. Like, I feel like right now they got like 9 or 10 different people in play, and then we got the Belfors. You know, he got some sort of secret service mission person thing going on. He's like with the army or some shit, and I'm like I couldn't even really pay attention to that one. That was just it was just too much. It's just too much going on right now. I just need them to dial it back, try to get back to the core thing that made True Blood good, and stick with it. And for God's sake, get a decent bad guy for a change. That necromancing bitch, she was, oh Lord. Oh, I forgot about that. Lafayette, his little boyfriend disappeared. His body, after he was killed, disappeared. We don't know where the hell his body went. I'm trying to see whatever little. Oh, the episode ends, of course, with Tara busting out of the ground and, of course, trying to kill Sookie. Like, it was, you know, it's funny. I'm going to get ready to end this episode, but you know, I was talking to my wife about it, and we had a discussion, and I want to get you guys' opinion on this, of course. I don't know if any of you guys watched the show Vampire Diaries on the CW, but we actually wanted to do a poll on who gets themselves in more danger. Elena from Elena from the Vampire Diaries, or Sookie from True Blood. Like, both these bitches are always getting themselves into trouble and almost always getting killed. Excuse my language, I'm going to call them bitches, but they always trying to get themselves in trouble. And I'm just trying to say who has almost died the most, either Sookie or Elena from Vampire Diaries. You guys let me know what you think. Unfortunately, we'll have to rate this episode as poor. Again, I'm going to keep watching it because it's True Blood, and I'm hoping that now that they've partially wrapped up all this crap from last season, that we can move on and we get to see the authority, we get to see some more developing storylines. I mean, hopefully they can wrap this whole Wolfpack thing up, because again, Nick's the Wolfpack thing, people. Again, I want to know what you guys think of the episode. Am I going crazy? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? You know, let me know in the comments below. You know, thumbs up for True Blood, and also subscribe as normal. This is Show Enough the King, and catch you guys next week.